and especially not going to a majority draw. This is a win for Manny Pacquiao. I'm just going to say.
I don't think that Mario did enough to win. I don't think he did enough for a draw.
If you have world-class judges, why can't they make a decision? Why can't you go one way or the other? You know what I'm saying? A draw seems very weird to me. But
following last weekend's majority draw between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios, Pacquiao's team has reportedly filed an appeal with the WBC, disputing the judge's decision. Numerous spectators, including Pacquiao himself, feel he had done enough to secure victory. They highlight the fact that two judges scored the fight 114-114, while only one ruled in favor of Barrios at 115-113. Pacquiao's showing, described as stunning, was particularly impressive given his 4-year break from the ring. Now his camp is pushing for a formal review and potentially a rematch, arguing that the controversial result cost Pacquiao a historic title.
Manny, the fans came out for you again tonight, but describe what you thought of the judge's decision.
I mean, I thought I won by split decision, like, you know, it's a close fight, but I thought I won.
Didn't look like a 46-year-old tonight. How did you feel inside the ring?
I feel good, like, you know, I feel happy, like 2 months training, like, although short, but it's enough. Like, I mean, I want to train like 3 months or 10 months, but I start late because of the election in the country.
What worked for you tonight, and what was missing late in the fight?
Missing late in the fight, like the last two rounds, like that cramps probably by me. It's okay.
But the rest of the fight, you look great. What happens now, Manny? Because there was options for you moving forward. There was even talks of a Floyd Mayweather fight. What do you see going on next in you?
Oh, that's another story. Like, let's talk about it. Like, you know, good for me. Like, I'm in shape again.
Do you feel that you have what it takes to be a world champion once again?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I can still do it. For 2 months training, 4 years lay off, and then 2 months training, like, you know.
Pacquiao remained firm in his stance, following the majority draw in his comeback fight against Mario Barrios, maintaining that he had done enough to win. Speaking to reporters, he said, "I thought I won the fight. It was a close fight. My opponent was very tough," reaffirming his belief in his performance. Box statistics backed his assertion, showing he landed 81 power punches compared to Barrios' 75, while also controlling the pivotal middle rounds. Pacquiao's team shared his view. Coach Freddie Roach assessed the match as an 8-4 victory. For Manny, despite the official result, Pacquiao remains determined, seeking a rematch and pledging to continue building his legacy while motivating his people.
I know you enjoyed the fight, but I thought, you know, although the decision is not really favor to me, like, I'm sad, but I did my best. Being a no fight for 4 years, I'm happy for my performance tonight. So thank you to all your support.
I feel I won. Me and my team feel, you know, that we won, and you know, we're very proud of what I showed, and you know, I'm still just, you know, thankful to be holding my title.
I think although my performance is good tonight, but I'm not satisfied of my combination tonight. I should throw a lot of punches and more aggressive to knock him out. You know, I thought that after the 12 rounds, I won the fight. Like, my analysis, like, I won 8-4. That's my analysis for the fight. But the thing is, I'm surprised with the announcement. It's draw. So I did my best in the ring. You know, the fans is it's so happy of my performance. But don't worry, Pac-Man is back, so I'm still here. most of the fans, they're expecting that, they thought that I won the fight. And although at age of 46, the Pac-Man is still there, is still giving a good fight to the people, to the fans, That's why I'm so thankful to God, because He gave me the strength and good health.
Sean Gibbons, CEO of MP Promotions, strongly criticized the judges' majority draw in Manny Pacquiao's bout against Mario Barrios, condemning it as a reflection of boxing's darker side. Gibbons argued that Pacquiao clearly outshone Barrios' landing. More power punches 81-75 and dominating the middle rounds. It was unjustly denied the win due to what he called questionable scoring. According to him, the draw reeks of biased judging and behind-the-scenes political influence. He went further, stating this isn't just a fight result, it's a stain on the integrity of boxing. Gibbons is calling for an immediate investigation and complete transparency in the scoring process. His remarks have sparked a wider discussion about the urgent need for reform and accountability within the sport.
The gambling aspect, I don't know. I mean, how does Manny lose cleanly? If you have world-class judges, why can't they make a decision? Why can't you go one way or the other? You know what I'm saying? A draw seems very weird to me, but I'm very proud of Manny because he spent 7 weeks preparing for this. The guy ran for an election for 3-4 months, did not train at all, did not fight for 4 years. The guy I watched put 7 weeks of training in. It's incredible. And to be robbed of the chance to make history, it's just sick. I hate this sport. I really hate boxing. This is the ugly side of it. This is the side I've done it for 37 years, makes me just want to get out of it. Because it's so sad to me.
What are your thoughts on the rematch that they asked Barrios about?
Fuck Mario Barrios. Who the fuck wants to see him? Manny Pacquiao beat Mario Barrios. Fuck Mario Barrios. Not in a bad way. I like him. Well, fuck him. Manny Pacquiao beat Mario Barrios. Why should he? What does he need to fight him again for? If Manny wants to continue fighting, there's fighters like Rolly Romero. There's fighters like Gervonta Davis. There's guys out there. But I would never, well, let's say never, it's not my decision, it's Manny's. But when you do what you did and win a fight like that.
Veteran broadcaster Jim Gray didn't mince words following the Pacquiao-Barrios draw, firmly declaring that Manny definitely won the fight and calling the outcome a shame for boxing. Gray contended that the decision failed to reflect Pacquiao's clear advantage, his power punches, relentless pressure, and superior ring generalship painted a far different picture than what appeared on the scorecards. His emphatic response echoed the sentiments of many other analysts who believed the judges mishandled the verdict. To Gray, the ruling not only damages trust in the sport's credibility, but also underscores the pressing need for judging reform at the championship level.
Jim, did you think Pacquiao won that fight? It was good to see.
Manny Pacquiao won. Yes, I did. I'm not a judge, but it's clear to me and clear to my eyes. And it's a shame. It's a shame for boxing. 2 judges who, can't decide who the winner is. Really? Barrios, the champion. I guess you have to beat the champion, and I guess in their eyes they didn't clearly do that. But to me, it was an astounding, amazing, outstanding performance by a 46-year-old man. This is one of the all-time great performances.
Retired 2-time welterweight champion Shawn Porter was visibly outraged by the majority draw in Manny Pacquiao's comeback bout against Mario Barrios, calling the decision a slap in the face to the fans and an insult to sports justice. Porter argued that Barrios never truly took control of the fight and showed little consistency in his bodywork, making it difficult, if not impossible, to justify awarding him rounds. I thought Manny won. Thought he won hands down, Porter emphasized, describing the scoring as the result of bad judging and incompetence. He further criticized the judges' understanding of the sport, openly questioning whether they even grasped the nuances of Pacquiao's unique style. Porter's reaction reflected the broader frustration shared by fans and analysts alike, many of whom echoed his disbelief over the outcome.
Listen, we've seen Manny on the end of bad decisions before. Timothy Bradley, excuse me. The Jeff Horn fight, and shout out to Tim. I know how you feel about that. Family. All right. But this is what he's got to deal with. You can't go through a camp, do what you just did right there, We saw all of heart, everything that we've always seen from Manny, and this is the result. Shout out to Mario. He made the fight difficult just from being a big guy who is a better boxer than I realized. Came to the ring with a true game plan to try to box and be patient, find openings and things of that nature. I don't think that Mario did enough to win. I don't think he did enough for a draw. I think that there was a lot more that he could have done. But the main thing is the style that he chose to box was actually a good style to use against Manny Pacquiao. They were saying that they were going to come right to the middle of the ring, and they did. But they came to the middle of the ring, and then they circled, they moved, they worked behind the jab. Not enough jabs, not enough of everything for Mario.
Wade Plemons, host of the Wade Concept, framed the majority draw as a moral victory for Manny Pacquiao, outlining that. At 46 years old and returning from a 3-year hiatus, Pacquiao exceeded expectations against a reigning world champion. Plemons argued that, despite holding the WBC title, Barrios fought with hesitation and lacked the urgency expected from a true champion. He sharply criticized Barrios for failing to assert dominance over an older, smaller opponent, stating that, with 2 consecutive title fights ending in draws, Barrios might be the weakest active world champion, according to Plemons. Barrios' performance marked by caution and minimal offensive output not only damages his own credibility, but also casts a shadow over the current state of the welterweight division.
So we are back on the Wade Concept presented by The Ring Magazine. And folks, I just watched Manny Pacquiao, that's right, 8-division world champion and 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, off a 3-year layoff Manny Pacquiao, off a loss before the 3-year layoff Manny Pacquiao, go to a majority draw with a world champion in a title fight in 2025. What the just happened? The breakdown, let's go.
He is the star of Wade Concept.
So like I said, Manny Pacquiao, 2025, fighting for a world championship is not something you expect me to hear. Number one, especially off the 3-year layoff, especially at 147, especially off a loss, and especially not going to a majority draw. This is a win for Manny Pacquiao. I'm just going to say it. Tonight, he fought Mario Barrios on PBC, on Amazon Prime Video for the WBC World Championship. Mario Barrios, I like the guy, but it has to be said, when you have 2 of your last title defenses ending in a split draw and a majority draw, you may be the worst title holder in boxing right now. I'm sorry. That's not comparing him to being a shitty boxer. It's just saying that as of right now, he might be the worst world champion in boxing. It may be one of the worst I've seen in a while. Also, kind of unrelated, this kind of looks bad for Tank Davis's record, because that was supposed to be a stalwart win on Tank's career when he moved up to 140 and beat Barrios for the belt there. But now it's not looking so good, because 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao just went to a majority draw, and you can argue that Manny Pacquiao should have won the fight.
Pacquiao took control in the early rounds, displaying his signature speed and power. However, as the bout wore on, he began to fade, allowing Barrios to ramp up his offense in the later stages. Although Pacquiao started strong, Barrios is late. Rally helped him earn a majority draw one. Judge scored the fight 115-113 in Barrios' favor, while the other 2 had it even at 114-114. As a result, Barrios retained his WBC welterweight title.
Winning up until the later rounds. Let's talk about it. So, like I said, Manny Pacquiao off the 3-year layoff, 46, didn't look great against Ugas in his last one. You had to think, okay, well, Barrios beat Ugas kind of decisively. This is going to go one way and one way only. Barrios potentially by stoppage or decision. That's not what happened. Barrios was so tentative in this fight. He was essentially standing there for some of the exchanges. Manny Pacquiao came out and did what Manny Pacquiao does. By the way, credit to Manny. At 46, he still had some feet. He was moving, dancing on Mario Barrios. He was throwing combination punches going forward on Mario Barrios. And when he wasn't doing that, he was countering Mario Barrios, who looked like a stick in the mud. He looked like he couldn't even get out of first gear because Manny was hitting with combination.
Many analysts agreed that Manny clearly won at least 6 rounds thanks to his trademark speed and sharp combinations that had the crowd roaring. Even Mario Barrios acknowledged after the fight that Pacquiao is still an incredible fighter with surprising punching power. What truly frustrated fans was how razor-thin the judges' scorecards were, just one more round awarded to Manny. Would have given him the win instead of a majority draw. He's 46 years old, for years out of the ring, and still he showed the world he belongs. If you know boxing, it's hard to call this biased. Pacquiao looked great, plain and simple. So what do you think? Was Pacquiao robbed? Should the result be overturned or a rematch ordered? Drop your thoughts below.